North. Hello po, Kuya Bernard. And we also have from Sister Maurice Bongares, belated happy birthday po, Ka Dante Ariola, New Zealand South. Belated happy birthday po, and hello po also to Ka Yushel Bongares, our district supervising minister in the District of New Zealand South. And for all of our viewers and our listeners, please leave a comment. Our question for you is, do you have any furry friends or pets? If so, what kind of animals are they and what are their names? So please let us know in the comments. We are very interested to find out what kind of pets you have and what are their names. And without further ado, to this afternoon, I will be joined by two quite young but lovely guests. Let's start off with Sister Nicole from the District of New Zealand South. Hello, Sister Nicole.
Hello po, I'm Sister Nicole Vidrijo from the local congregation of INCRadio.
Hello, Sister Nicole. How are you doing?
I'm doing good po. It's a nice day outside.
Do you have any furry friends with you, or have any pets?
I have my cat with me here today po.
Wow.
And I've also had chickens, goats, I have a dog, I have a lamb, pigs and ducks. So the whole petting zoo po.
So you have a whole farm, and
Yes.
so you're a certified pet lover. What's the name of your cat that you have with you right now, sister?
So funny story po. Its name was supposed to be Lily because I thought it was a girl, but when we went to the vet, we found out it was a boy. So its name is now Lolo.
Hi, Lolo. So how old is Lolo? Hopefully not that old.
He is, I think I found him as a stray in 2019.
Hmm.
So, mga 5 years na po.
Yes, we'll find out later on more about Lolo. But let's move on to Kuya Gab. Hello, Kuya Gab.
Hello po.
How are you, brother?
I'm good. Good. I'm doing good. Thank you. And you?
I'm doing good, po, brother. Now, what kind of pet do you have, brother Gab?
Well, I actually have a pet lamb or sheep.
That's a very unique pet that you have, Kuya Gab.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to find out more about your pet, especially Kuya Gab's pet lamb. Okay, po, so if you're excited as well about Kuya Gab's pet lamb, please leave your comments, po, if you have any questions that you want to ask him. But for now, please continue to leave comments to all of our viewers. Keep your greetings coming, and we will be right back. We'll just take a quick break.
We are presenting the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language Guide, Android and iOS version. We gladly introduce the new interface of our INC Sign Language Guide, Android, and the much-awaited iOS version. The INC Sign Language apps is a project of the Christian Society for the Deaf under the Christian Family Organizations Office of the Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ. It is a part of the church's continuous intensive efforts to reach out to and care for the deaf, INC members and non-members alike. This free sign language app includes the following features: 8,000 plus vocabulary entries, all in video, customizable video playback speeds, examples of signed phrases and sentences, categorized everyday signs like alphabet, numbers, colors, greetings, educational terms, medical terms, legal terms, Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, and many more. User maintainable favorites category, fast search and voice search, all features are available offline. And since these sign language applications contain phrases concerning the Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, we can use these apps in inviting more deaf fellow men to learn the basic doctrines being taught inside the church. For more information, please visit www.iglesianicristo.net, www.facebook.com/Christian Family Organizations, www.facebook.com Christian Society for the Deaf. Thank you for your support.
Ko Tene Te Reo Irirangi, INC Radio DZEM 954. Te korero whakapono, ko Te Reo Irirangi o Te Hahi, ka raiti whare harakia.
Welcome back. You are still in New Zealand, brought to you by INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio, and I am Sister Ina Manlangit. So let's continue on with our topic for this afternoon, which is perfect greetings, approaching furry friends with care. And whether we have cats, dogs, or even lambs like Kuya Gab, our furry companion give us a lot of joy and comfort. However, as animals, they also have their own personalities, just as we human beings do. So today we will explore the best way that we can approach them for them to be comfortable and to make new furry friends, and making sure that we approach them with care so that every greeting is perfect as can be. So as we know, we have two very lovely guests with us today. Ate Nicole, I have a question for you. How do you greet your pet or your pets every morning or whenever you see them?
I always make sure to go up to them and let them come up to me as well. My cat, just pick him up and I give him a little play as long as he's comfortable
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, I'm curious. Since you have a lot of pets, Sister Nicole, do you want to greet them all like every day? Like, do you go like a day with that, like greeting all of them, or do you want to greet all of them every day?
Depende lang po. So normally I see my cat the most and also my dog. My dog always comes up and greets me as well. But for
Mm,
the outside ones, like the chickens and the pigs and the goats and lambs, I always just see them if I'm going to feed them or something.
mm. Yeah, they're a bit more low maintenance, right, sister? But you have your cat with you, Lolo, and I think we have a picture of Lolo, Kuya Tech. Can you show the picture of Lolo, po? Let's see if we can get that going. But if not, that's okay, because Lolo is right there. Can you show Lolo? Is is he
He's
will he participate? Hi Lolo.
sitting on my lap right now, po. He was trying to sleep, but
Okay,
he's
we'll
alright.
find out more about Lolo. But let's go to Kuya Gab. How do you greet your pet lamb in the morning or when you see what's the name of your lamb, brother?
Well, my mom and sister actually came up with the name of our lamb because she was born around springtime, so they decided to name her Spring.
Yeah, that's a very very cute name. But I'm also very curious, brother Gab, is like what was the thought process when you decided, or how did it come about? Now you decided, now I want a pet lamb instead of a a dog or a cat.
Uh, well, actually, it was my sister that wanted the pet lamb first. She wanted to
Mm.
have a pet lamb, and luckily, the farm next door they had an extra lamb because of sadly, her mother sort of abandoned her. But we just decided to take the our Spring in, and now we've just been looking after her now.
Aw, that's very cute and very thoughtful of your family. And now you have a very unique pet that you can share here on
Yeah.
on our episode of Iron Series. So again, if we have any questions about Brother Gab's pet lamb, if you want to also raise your pet lamb, if you have a farm, please leave a comment in our YouTube live chat. And I'm also curious, Kuya Gab, why is it important to greet our pets right away when we see them?
Well, I think it's just good for the pet and good for us as well. So like I always greet Spring whenever I come back from school because her pen's right beside our driveway. So when I walk into the house, I always give her a greeting, give her a pet, and just see how she's doing.
Yeah. And also to Ate Nicole, like why do you think po na it's important? I know cats, they don't like to be greeted, but why do we still do it anyway?
I think it's important to let them know po that you're also there because they don't know that you're busy. They don't know anything about what humans
Mm,
do.
yeah.
So it's nice to greet them to make sure that they know you're still there and you still
Yeah.
want to hang out with them.
I'll keep that connection, no, Sister Nicole, especially with cats, because I also have a cat. She's a tuxedo cat. She's quite old, and I feel like if you don't approach them from time to time, they might forget who you are just because, just because they get old, and then maybe they'll forget you. So it's important that you greet your pets every day, especially when they're a bit, aged, so that they won't forget you. But and I'm also very curious is how do you know when your pet is relaxed or they want to communicate something to you with their body language, because humans have their body language. How can you tell with pets?
So with a cat, normally they just go up to your leg and they brush against you to show that they're welcoming you to touch them, and that they're comfortable and that they want to be interacted with.
Yes, that's right. You can, and they usually purring, no, sister. That's what I noticed with my cat. If we have a visitor and that they're happy and they're comfortable with the visitor, she'll purr straight away, and you can tell because her tail is relaxed. But if it's not, then maybe, maybe it's not the best time. But I'm very curious about Brother Gab's pet lamb. Is it similar to a cat or a dog, or what kind of body languages do they have?
What I've noticed with our pet lamb is that usually if they'll just be calm, so they won't be too erratic with their movements, and they'll approach you. So yeah.
Yeah, so do you reckon it's kind of like in between a cat and a dog where like sometimes it's like happy sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mixture of both. It can be like chill like a cat, but also like energetic like a dog is at the same time.
How is your lamb with visitors, brother? Like is it comfortable like when there are visitors, or like do you have to like
Um, I'd say it's very interested in seeing a new face, but also like it can be really shy at the same time. It'll always be happy to come up and see who the new face is, but it'll also be sort of shy as well. Like it
yeah.
won't be as welcoming. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, because what I know from sheeps and lambs, they're usually quite shy. But I guess with in your case, since it's spring is a bit more domesticated, they would eventually get used to having having guests all the time. So that's not something that they get rattled about. And also, I'm curious, Kuya Gab, what kind of activities do you do with like your pet lamb to keep spring active, because cats you can play with them and dogs you walk them. Like what kind of things do you do?
Well, usually it's my sister. Sometimes she just walks Spring around the house, and then what we've noticed is that Spring really likes eating leaves from trees, but sometimes they're too high, so we have to like bring the branch down just so she could be able to eat them.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like, does she ever initiate like playtime, or like is it something that you have to like a dog, for example, always wants to run, always wants to go for a walk, or for a pet lamb, do you have to like kind of convince them like a cat?
Usually she does initiate it. She'll just come up to you and then always follow you around. So yeah,
That's so cute. So if you don't want a dog, get a lamb.
yeah.
How about Sister Nicole? What kind of activities do you do with Lolo?
So as a cat, well, they are very lazy. They just like to sleep around. So I just bring him into my room sometimes and I let him sleep with me in my bed. It's really comfortable for him. But also to kind of stimulate his playtime, I put around a little toy that he chases and then yeah, he just likes to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like having a cat, you kind of have to put more effort, especially if they're indoor cats, into like getting them to be active. Because like a dog, they would like to play all the time, but a cat, you just have to convince them to get their exercise. Otherwise, as you said, they'll just lie around all day. So I think that's a good thing. But before we move on, Brother Gab, I'm very curious since a lamb. Did you ever put your lamb on a leash, like, so when it's going walking or running when it was younger?
Yeah, actually, funny story. I think it was last year, my sister had a pet day, and this
Oh.
is when our lamb Spring was a lot smaller, so we were
Hmm.
able to put her on a leash. And then my sister brought Spring into school in a leash for pet day, which was pretty funny.
That's so cute, and I think it's very convenient because you're in a farm, so there's probably a lot of grass. So medyo like low maintenance si Spring. Just like you just take her and then she'll be fed. So that's really interesting, po, brother. Because it's kind of, I've always wanted a pet lamb because they're so cute, but I thought they were shy. But it's good to know that, like, once they're your pet, they're really sweet. That's good to know po. But on a more different topic, Sister Nicole and Brother Gab, in terms of other people, what do you think are the common mistakes that people make when they greet your cat or your pets or your pet lamb? Ate Nicole.
I think the most common mistake is that people tend to assume that the animal is going to do what they want them to do. But they have their own mind, they have their own moods, and they'll make their own decisions. So just try to go along with what they do. Don't be disappointed if they don't want to be touched or anything. And yeah, just go with the flow.
Yeah, definitely cats. Like, just as a rule of thumb for cats, maybe always think twice before, because they are a little bit shy. How about Kuya Gab? I've never had a pet lamb. I don't have a friend who has a pet lamb. What are some of the mistakes that people you think make when they're approaching your Spring?
Well, I think with any pet, I guess, but in our case, our pet lamb, that you should always ask the owner first if it's safe to pet the lamb for the safety of the pet and yourself.
Yeah, that's a good point, brother Gab, because obviously the owner would know the pet better, but also there are instances where like the owner is like, yeah, it's okay, but then the pet is not in the in a mood that day. So, so what do you think, Bob, is the most important thing to look for in a pet's body language? Let's start with Kuya Gab. What's the important body language to look for in a pet lamb or any pets to know that they're comfortable with you?
I think with the pet lamb is usually they'll approach you when they're comfortable. So like instead of approaching them, you should let them come to you to see if they're comfortable with having interaction with you.
That's a good point, po. So when we come to visit and see your pet lamb, no, no, we know what to do. So once I have a friend who has a pet lamb, I will know. How about Sister Nicole? Like with cats, I think it's quite similar to lambs, don't you think?
So with cats, their body language with their ears, you can see that their ears are normally up and kind of just perked up. They're not going back in anything. And also they like to purr a lot, especially when they're really
Hmm.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And they'll just go to you. Yeah, they won't ignore you if they want to interact.
Yeah, that's a good point with cats. Also, I think because it's, I guess lamb and cats are similar in that sense that you kind of have to wait for them to approach you, because I know mostly dogs that once they see you they'll be like so excited to play with you. But one thing I do know about dogs is that it's not always good to like be too excited as well, because they get so much energy and then like maybe won't be able to control. So what I like to do is when I see dogs or pets is I just like to observe them first and get them used to my presence, and we all have different sense before I approach them to know that they're comfortable. But also on that note, as pet owners, what do you think is the best part when you pet them, your pet? What's the best part po? Because sometimes we don't know where to pet the animal and then they end up like running away from us. Ate Nicole.
So every animal has their own thing, but my cat really likes around here on his cheek, and he kind of just leans into your hand whenever you scratch him there, and yeah, just in between the ears as well.
Yeah. So I, from what I know from being a cat owner as well, is usually cats, as long as you don't block their vision, or like, because they don't like it now when they feel trapped, so you have to make sure na hindi nyo sila ini-entrap, so not so many people. And one thing I like to do is when I meet new cats, is just like poke my pointy finger out and get them to like smell first. And then usually after that, they're quite comfortable. Kasi if you're very forward with them, they kind of do um they do run away kasi parang like too much energy. You have to meet them at their energy. How about Kuya Gab? What's the best po spot to pet Spring if ever we see her?
I feel like it's quite similar in the sense of a dog, where they also like getting pet under their chin, but also they also like getting pet on top of their head and maybe on the back as well.
That's very interesting. And like, have you ever had an instance where like, I know, how about for like parents who have kids, no? Have you ever had an instance na parang magda-jump na lang yung kid because they think that your pet is very cute? Have you ever had that with your pet lamb?
Yeah, we have had a few guests that were quite surprised to see the lamb, and especially even more surprised when they found out it was actually our pet.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon you get annoyed with that. How about Ate Nicole? Have you ever had an instance like that?
So normally it's mainly with babies that don't understand that a cat isn't going to play with them. But
Mm.
yeah, they just tend to kind of whack them, but the cat doesn't
Yeah.
like that. So it can get very irritated and maybe
Mm.
it sometimes fights back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, cats, when you invade them their space too much, they do they do get a little bit aggressive, but that's depending on the cat as well. So make sure that you talk to the owner. How about in instances where the cat is or the pet is shy, what kind of advices can you give in approaching a pet who is nervous? Yeah, Gab. Like if ever like your Spring is feeling nervous, what would you advise like a visitor that you have?
Well, I think it's at the end of the day, it's really up to the pet if they want to interact or not. But usually, our spring lamb, she'll come around. Like she always is really interested or intrigued in a new face. So usually she'll just approach you. But for
Mm.
sometimes it takes a bit longer.
Yeah, how about Ate Nicole? Because you have a lot of pets, so I'm guessing na they all have different personalities. But like if ever like your pet is nervous and is just not having a good day, what's your best tip po that someone can like approach your nervous pet po?
Um, to be honest, it's really up to the pet. It really is up to them. To the person that's trying to pet them, you just have to tell them that it's not your fault, it's not the cat's fault. It just doesn't want to interact at the very moment. So maybe wait another time.
Yeah, definitely. So, so in this instance, and I think which is common with a lot of pets, I know is it's much better for you to wait it out and for the pet to approach you rather than for you to get injured. So thank you, brother Gab and sister Nicole. We'll see you again. We'll continue with our topic, but for now, it's time for our let's catch up.
Let's catch up.
Welcome to Let's Catch Up. It is now exactly 2:30 p.m. or 9:30 a.m. Philippine Standard Time. So we'll be opening our lines for you to give a live shout out to your friends and your family. And if you are interested in joining, drop us an email at letscatchupnz@gmail.com. gmail.com. Just send us your name and your contact info, and we will get in touch with you. So for our guests tonight, we of course have brother Gab with his pet lamb, and sister Nicole with a lot of pets, but she has Lolo with us. Sister Nicole, do you have any greetings for your friends and your family?
Hello po. I just want to greet my parents, Kenneth and Aldin Vidrijo, that may be watching, and also my titas and titos, pero there's too many to name, and my grandparents from the local congregation of Osamis in Philippines. Hello po.
Thank you, Ate Nicole. How about brother Gab?
First of all, I'd like to greet my family in England, the Zerno family, and the local congregation of Cheltenham. And also, I'd like to greet my family in the Philippines, my Lola Mir and my cousin Tommy and their family as well. And I also like to greet everyone in the local INCRadio and my family, my mom and dad, and my little sister Andy.
Yeah, thank you, brother Gab. And if you have any other greetings that you remember, just feel free to interrupt me, or give your shout out po. I would also like to send out my greetings first of all to our district supervising minister in the District of New Zealand North po, brother Dennis Estahunan and sister Novi, and of course to my family, to my mom, sister Hazel Fryer, and to my sister Ate 8, and also Bella. Hello, hopefully you're watching INCRadio. And also to my family in the Philippines, to my grandma, Nanay Au, and to my Ate Len, and also to Tita Dory po, and Tito Wilson. Hello po in Cavite. I hope you're staying safe po. And also to Ate Aisha. Hello po, Ate Aisha. And to our resident minister, brother Chris Abanyo. And we also have time po to read our YouTube live chat. And this is also a great opportunity to remind you po to leave your comments of if you have any pets and what are their names, because we are very interested how many of our viewers have pets po, or pet lovers like Ate Nicole. And maybe you also have a pet lamb like like also brother Gab, and we would be very interested to know. Okay, but um, our live chat is very active, but we have greeting from brother Edgar Hernandez. Happy viewing to all brethren in Papakura and New Zealand North. Hello po, Ka Ed. We also have one from Sister Elaine. Happy viewing po sa lahat ng mga kapatid, lalo na po sa mga lokal ng Tauranga, New Zealand North. And from Sister Cherry Santayo, hashtag Massey NZ North. We also have one from Brother Emmanuel de la Cruz. Magandang araw po, mahal na kapatid. Happy viewing po mula po sa lokal na mga papakurak. Come on po, let me tell us if you have pets po, mga kapatid. Leave us your comments. We also have one from Ka Edison Gano. Happy viewing po mula po sa lokal ng Bangar, Distrito ng La Union. Pagbati din po sa kapatid na Beamer Arceo, Kaluguran da ka po, Babatok. Hopefully I said that right po. I'm interested to know if Ka Edison has a pet. Please let us know po. We also have a comment from Sister Annie Iglesia. Happy viewing po sa lahat ng mga kapatid around the world. Greetings from Iglesia family, local congregation of Papakura, District of New Zealand North. People. We also have one from Brother Paul Pagulayan. Greetings to all brethren around the world, especially to brethren in District of New Zealand North and New Zealand South. God bless po. There's a lot of comments po. Um, Also, one from Sister Rochelle Paharda. Hello po, Ate Rochelle. Or to my beshi po. She's saying happy birthday po. Kainawan lang. Thank you po, ate. And also from Katedi Fajardo. Happy viewing po from the local congregation of Manukau South. Well, let's just look at a few more. Well, we have one from Canada. Sister Ori Christy Bustan. Binabati ko po ang mga kapatid sa Tonga, District of New Zealand North. Happy viewing po. Watching from SK Canada. So we have a lot of greetings with us. Let's read a few more. From Sister Hazel Fryer, my mom po, happy viewing po, hashtag Hat Valley NZ North. And from Sister Faye Ann, hello po, Sister Faye Ann. Happy viewing po, hashtag Oikanay. And also, my mama again, she said, Ate Ina, gusto ko din ng pet lamb. Okay po, so we'll get some tips from brother Gab on how to raise a pet lamb. Okay po. Um, a bit more. There's quite a lot. We also have one from Sister Novi Dahunan. They have their pet dogs po, Bacchus and Joe. They're very, very, very cute dogs po. So thank you for sharing your pet po, Ka Novi. Um, any more po na may pets? Wala na po. Please share us po your pets. You're very curious to know. Kuya Gab, do you have any final greetings you would like to make?
I'd like to make one final greeting to our resident minister, Brother Glenn po.
Hello po, Kuya Glenn. How about Ate Nicole?
I just forgot to mention the local here as well. Anyone watching from the local congregation of Invercargill and Invercargill South, my friends there. Hello po.
Yes po. Hello, Ate Roxanne. From Invercargill South or Invercargill. Ate Roxanne is there. Hopefully, Ate Roxanne has met Brother Gab's pet lamb. Maybe I will maybe I will ask her. But if we don't have any more greetings po, that's it for our Let's Catch Up.
Let's catch up.
I love INC Radio because I get to share my faith and positivity to the whole world.
I love INC Radio because it's educational and gives me wonderful insights on how to keep my mental, physical, and most importantly, the spiritual well-being strong.
I love INC Radio because it's very fun, it's informative, timely, and engaging, and a very good way to introduce my friends to the church.
I love INC Radio because it lets me catch up on my brothers and my sisters in faith.
Learn new things
using various languages
and in different time zones.
But they also become new friends and family as well.
I love INC Radio because I can hear about the church events of the brethren
from all over the world.
I love INC Radio because of its inspiring stories and the beautiful family that I am part of.
I love INC Radio.
I love INC Radio.
I love INC Radio. I love INC Radio.
I love INC Radio.
Ko Tēnei Te Reo Irirangi, INC Radio DZEM 954. Te korero whakapono, ko Te Reo Irirangi o Te Hahi, ka raiti whare harakia.
Welcome back. You are still in New Zealand, and I am Sister Ina Manlangit from the local congregation of Hat Valley. So before we continue on with our topic, we would like to share with you some of the events that has occurred here in the districts of New Zealand North and New Zealand South. So we've had our joint Kadiwa and Binhi and Christian Society for the Deaf, or CSD, special gathering. Please watch this.
As part of the 51st anniversary celebration of the Kadiwa and Binhi organizations, together with the Christian Society for the Deaf, CSD, youth members gathered at multiple venues to attend a special gathering launched by the church administration. Despite the fact that many of them are occupied at this time of the year, as students prepare for their final exams, and the others are busy with their day jobs, the brethren still strive to find time and listen to the words of our Lord God.
It is very important to prioritize my given duties in the church because when I am performing, I can truly feel His presence, and because I am trusting in His words, I know that when I need Him, He will always be there for me.
This special gathering provided them the timely opportunity to be reminded that though they may have many worldly responsibilities to attend to, the young members of the church ought not to lose sight of the main purpose for their existence in this world, to serve our Almighty God.
Lubang napakalaga po na tayo ay makabayan ng mga salita ng Diyos na tinuturo sa atin ng pamamahala, lalo sa panahon ito na ang mundo ay talaga namang nababalot ng kasamaan at iba't ibang uri ng mga nangyayari ngayon na nagiging balita sa lahat po ng mga kabataan ng Iglesia ni Cristo. Kaya ang mga salita ng Diyos ay napakabisang gabay po natin para wag tayong maakit o kaya ay mabiktima ng mga taong gumagawa ng masama at mamalaki ang mga kabataan Iglesia ni Cristo na nagagabayan ng mga aral ng Diyos at nagiging masunurin sa mga kalooban ng Diyos at na sa gayon magawa nila ang lubos na pamumuhay na nakalulugod sa ating pong Panginoong Diyos at patuloy pong makatulong na rin sa pamamahala ng Iglesia para po lahat ng mga kapatid sa buong mundo ay mamalaging namumuhay sa kapananan at nagbibigay lugod sa ating pong Panginoong Diyos.
They were counseled to resist the temptations and evils around them, and to not go along with the popular but sinful trends and culture of the people of this world. Instead, they must always maintain the Christian culture, the Christian way of life at all times, even in the online realm.
What I've learned in this gathering is not to love the things of this world, but instead focus on the commandments of our Lord God and trust on what He can do for us, youth members in the church.
The youth of today are spending an increasing portion of their time living in the digital world, where illusions of anonymity abound. In this special gathering, the Kadiwa and Winhi members are reminded that God can see all their actions, whether online or offline, and that God knows the intent of their hearts. So they must keep this in mind as they continue to live in this wicked world.
As a member of the youth, I will encourage my fellow brethren to not be distracted about whatever is happening around us, but to focus our attention in the promised salvation.
By embracing these principles and actively engaging in the church activities, such as this one, members can continue to keep united with the church administration and live a meaningful Christian life. From Auckland, New Zealand, I am Brother Ryan Iglesia for the Iglesia ni Cristo News Network.
So those are the latest events here in the district of New Zealand North and New Zealand South. And I'm pretty sure po, Brother Gab and Sister Nicole were also a part of that. Okay po, and it's good to see that you're very active and participating here in our INC radio. Hopefully, you will be a guest again soon. But continuing it with our topic, I did miss one. Someone has a pet bunny, a pet yeah, pet bunny. Sister Rochelle Hovero, my pet bunny Thor. Oh, I really wish you could see a picture, po. But I think bunnies are quite I don't know if they're introverted, but I know they're quite jumpy because they hop around. Okay, but and also I have one question for Kuya Gab and Ate Nicole. Is there's one comment here by Sister Maris Bongares. She said, Ate Ina, paano yan? Ayoko ng pet kasi takot ako. Lalo na sa mga mata ng pusa. How would we encourage, and if our visitors are scared of pets, how do we make them comfortable as well? And then the pet comfortable as well. Ano po? Do you have any tips po, Sister Nicole?
I think it's just the idea of informing the guest as well on how that cat behaves. But honestly, I personally with me, my cat can be very friendly. So just try and open up, be comfortable, and then they will match your energy as well with that.
Yes, I reckon it's not just pets who are no scared of us, but sometimes we get scared of them too. So it's a two-way connection type of thing. But yeah, if you know the owner, definitely ask them, is your pet friendly or will she scratch me? How about no, the pet lab? Do you have any comments po, Brother Gab, for those who are not comfortable, like it's their first time seeing a pet lamb, like what are your tips?
I think one thing you should do is just start spending more time with them. I think, and you just sort of get more comfortable with them because lambs are actually quite friendly, in my opinion. And if you just spend more time with them, you both sort of just get comfortable with each other.
Definitely. And I think on that note, brother Gab and sister Nicole, it's kind of like any relationships, it's a two-way thing. If you want a pet to be comfortable and you want yourself to be comfortable, kind of have to wait it out a little bit. Po, no, you can't force the connection straight away. It might take that visit a couple of minutes, maybe hours, or maybe a couple of days before they get familiar with you. But if you are a pet lover and you see other people's pets, please be careful and be mindful now. They also have their own personal space. Do you have any final comments, brother Gab? Any final tips? One golden rule on greeting any pet.
I think one golden rule, a golden rule, is that you should be really playful or like sort of very happy around them, and then I think they'll match your energy as well. They'll be really happy around you and be really energetic.
Yes, thank you, Focus. I think pets can sense if you're nervous or if you're scared of them. I swear, dogs, like they can tell when you're nervous and they like to come to you, but not so much. Not so much other pets. Hopefully. How about Sister Nicole?
So just the golden rule, anytime you're trying to approach a pet, an animal, just make sure that you make yourself seem like you make yourself feel safe so that they're also safe with you. Reach your hand out, let them know you first, know your scent, and then you can see the signs from that if they want to be approached and touched.
Yes, that's a very good point po. I know this isn't part of we're I saw the last thing, but can you share one interesting fact about your pet? But I'm really interested. Start with Ate Nicole. What's one interesting fact about your pet or your pets that maybe you haven't seen in other pets, but maybe they're sweeter or they're more approachable?
Um, I don't know po, pero my cat was a stray,
Mm.
and the fun fact is that he was the only one that was gray out of his entire family. So
Ooh.
I just found him in the shed, and I was sort of little back then. I knew I was really determined to grab him because he was a different color, so it intrigued me. And now he's just with me.
Yeah, I think it's really sweet no when our pets na parang they come unexpectedly. Like you appreciate them more. How about Kuya Gab, do you have any like fun lamb facts that you kind of like noticed as you were like looking after your pet lamb? Sorry to put you on the spot, brother, but even just one thing.
I think one thing I found about our lamb spring, is that she's really like she loves sniffing you. She always comes to you and then give you a little peck with her nose
Hmm.
and stuff. Yeah.
Aw, that's so cute. I I'm so convinced to get a pet lamb now, brother. So that's thank you so much, Paul, for sharing your pets with us. And I think there's also more in the comments, Paul, but we don't have time to go through that. Let me just have a look quickly. Okay, I think there's no more po. But to those who have pets and who have friends who have pets, po, we hope that you learned a lot from this episode. And one thing that we really want to take away po as a summary is the key to a perfect greeting is being patient and respectful. Just as human beings, diba? Parang um when we are approached by someone na sobrang daming energy and we don't know them, parang um parang we'll feel uncomfortable, no? Yung parang why ganun. But like same with pets as well. So make sure that you match their energy. And I know we're excited because they're so cute. But make sure po that you take the time to get to know them and to get to know their personality. But so give them the space that they need, and also to read their body language, so that next time you meet a furry friend, may be a lamb, a cat, a chicken, or any other po, make sure po to take your time and greet them in a way that makes them feel safe and loved. And after all, a good greeting is the first step to a great relationship with your pets. So thank you so much po to everyone who participated and also shared your pets in the YouTube live chat. And of course, we would also like to warmly thank our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, for his unending care and love for each and every one of us. And also, we would like to thank Brother Angelo Aranyo V. Manalo, our Christian Family Organization overall coordinator, and for letting us have our INC Radio New Zealand satellite studio. And of course, a huge thank you to our dedicated district staff in the Ecclesiastical District of New Zealand North and South for their constant support of INC Radio New Zealand Satellite Studio. And we cannot forget our special thanks to the hardworking members of the Multimedia Bureau and behind the scenes crew. So Ate Aisha, Kuya Bernard, our tech for tonight po, Kadenis Apolonio, maraming salamat po. And of course, thank you to our viewers, our INC Radio family, and main tech. Thank you to our listeners and our viewers. We hope to see you in all of our episodes of INC Radio New Zealand. Keep watching, liking, sharing our INC Radio New Zealand Satellite Studio in on the YouTube, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. See you next week on same time, and thank you everyone. This is INC Radio New Zealand signing off. Stay tuned for INC Radio Texas right after our show. Okay po. Do you have any final greetings po mga kapatid before we officially wrap up? Wala na po. I would like to greet po, of course, Ate Aisha, to all of our officers po in the local congregation of Hat Valley, Kamira, to our very active po PDs. Thank you so much po, Ka Greg. Thank you po. Thank you for tuning in to INC Radio New Zealand. Please don't forget to like and ano po, share, and always stay tuned po to more exciting episodes of INC Radio New Zealand. Again po, we'll see you next week. Please always take care po. Thank you po. Okay po, we're not ready to end our show for tonight po. Maybe a few more final greetings po. Sister from Sister Anne Colin Muros po, hello po to all brethren watching. And also po to Kayo Shell, greetings po, hello. Love Maris watching at Makati, Philippines with Kuya Dance po. Also from Ka Roxy Real, hello po to brother, to Ka Efren and Kanes. Ingat po kayo dyan sa Canada. Oh, and also from Sister Cynthia Joseph. Hi and good day po. And also from Ka Dennis Tahunan. Hello daw Ka Novi from Ka Eric Adiao. And from Ka Flo Gonzalez. Hello po Ate Maris Bongares. See you po. Ate Joanne. Hello Ate Joanne. Hello din po to Sis Novi and Sis Miel of New Zealand North. We miss you po. Hashtag New Zealand South. Okay po, I think that's all for our comments po. Thank you again for tuning in to INCRadio New Zealand Satellite Studio. See you po next week. Take care po.
We are presenting the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language Guide, Android and iOS version. We gladly introduce the new interface of our INC Sign Language Guide, Android, and the much-awaited iOS version. The INC Sign Language apps is a project of the Christian Society for the Deaf under the Christian Family Organizations Office of the Iglesia ni Cristo Church of Christ. It is a part of the Church's continuous intensive efforts to reach out to and care for the deaf, INC members and non-members alike. This free sign language app includes the following features: 8,000 plus vocabulary entries, all in video, customizable video playback speeds, examples of signed phrases and sentences, categorized everyday signs like alphabet, numbers, colors, greetings, educational terms, medical terms, legal terms, Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, and many more. User maintainable favorites category, fast search and voice search, all features are available offline. And since these sign language applications contain phrases concerning the Iglesia ni Cristo and religious terms, we can use these apps in inviting more deaf fellow men to learn the basic doctrines being taught inside the church. For more information, please visit www.iglesianicristo.net, www.facebook.com/Christian Family Organizations, www.facebook.com Christian Society for the Deaf. Thank you for your support.
I love INC Radio because I get to share my faith and positivity to the world.
I love INC Radio because it's educational and gives me wonderful insights on how to keep my mental, physical, and most importantly, the spiritual well-being strong.
I love INC Radio because it's very fun, it's informative, timely, and engaging, and a very good way to introduce my friends to the church.
I love INC Radio because it lets me catch up on my brothers and my sisters in faith.
Learn new things
using various languages.
and in different time zones.
But they also become new friends and family as well.
I love INC Radio because I can hear about the church events of the brethren
From all over the world.
I love INC Radio because of its inspiring stories and the beautiful family that I am part of.
I love INC Radio.
I love INC Radio. I love INC Radio. I love INC Radio.
I love